He walked into that quiet diner on a cold Tuesday morning, the kind of place where the same faces met the identical coffee cups every day. His limp told a story, but no one dared to ask until one Marine did. The man's prosthetic leg gleamed under the light, his jacket worn but neat, a patch on his shoulder reading only 2 words, Reaper 1. When the Marine asked what it meant, the veteran's eyes darkened. The answer that followed made the room go silent. Watch until the end, you won't forget this story. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Before the injury, Isaiah Coleman was everything the Marines claimed to stand for. Disciplined, fearless, devoted. Born in Georgia, he grew up knowing the world didn't always see black men as equals, but he believed the uniform would change that. In Afghanistan, it almost did. Out there, skin color disappeared under dust and sweat, or so he thought. He became known by his call sign, Reaper 1, the leader who never left a man behind. But when the explosion took his leg, the battlefield wasn't what nearly broke him. It was coming home. Back in the States, the salute was replaced with suspicion. The uniform didn't shield him from judgment anymore. He carried the medals, the scars, and the quiet ache of being seen as less than what he'd fought to defend. That diner visit was supposed to be ordinary, but it wasn't. The bell above the diner door chimed as Isaiah stepped in. Heads turned, then quickly looked away. He moved carefully, balancing on his prosthetic, each step a reminder of a war that refused to end inside him. He sat at the counter, ordered black coffee, and tried to ignore the whispers that always followed him. The kind that sounded like curiosity, but felt like doubt. At the far end of the counter sat a young white Marine with a fresh haircut, broad shoulders, and a sharp uniform. He noticed Isaiah's patch, Reaper 1. The Marine grinned, walked over, and asked in a tone too casual to be friendly, "Hey, old man, that patch real? Or just for show?" The diner grew quieter. The waitress froze mid-step. Isaiah looked up, saw the smirk that wasn't just about rank. It was the same look he'd seen too many times. Disbelief that a black man could have led, could have earned respect. Isaiah could have ignored it. He'd done that 1,000 times before, but something in the Marine's eyes, something careless, made him answer. "It's real," he said softly. "Cost me a leg," the Marine laughed under his breath. "Yeah, they must have been short on options." The air thickened. Coffee cups paused mid-air. Isaiah didn't move, but inside, every suppressed memory, every insult hidden under a salute, began to stir. And then came the question that changed everything. So what does Reaper 1 even mean? Isaiah's eyes narrowed. He reached into his jacket, pulling out a weathered photo. A platoon, dusty and smiling. In the middle stood Isaiah, arm around a fallen comrade. "It means," he said, voice trembling, "I brought every one of them home. Except him." The Marine leaned closer, frowning, until he saw the medal pinned beneath Isaiah's patch. Navy Cross. The laughter died instantly. His drink slipped from his hand, shattering across the floor. Isaiah looked at him, not with anger, but with the heavy silence of a man who'd been judged one too many times. "Reaper 1, he whispered, "wasn't a name I gave myself. It was given to me by men who didn't care what color I was, only that I had their back." The diner stayed silent long after the Marine walked out, head bowed, face pale. Isaiah finished his coffee, left a few dollars on the counter, and limped toward the door. As he stepped outside, the morning light caught his medal, glinting like a reminder of truths people still refuse to see. Racism doesn't always shout. Sometimes it hides behind uniforms, behind polite smiles, behind disbelief that someone like him could ever be more. Isaiah didn't need an apology. He needed people to understand that respect isn't something granted by race, but earned by sacrifice. He climbed into his truck, engine humming softly. Somewhere a flag waved. But this time he didn't salute. He just whispered to himself, "Still fighting. Take care."